Ted joins us now for sports, and let's kick it off with that grudge match. UND, SCSU. I personally, I'm was bummed out about this. My brother goes to UND, so I won't hear the end of this.
I have a cousin that goes to North Dakota too.
So we're going to be hearing this all the time.
I know how you feel. Guys, the regular seasons are winding down for sports like basketball and hockey. Can't forget about baseball and the outdoor track and field seasons as well. It's a big time for sports around the area. St. Cloud State men's hockey was set to renew their rivalry with their not-so-friendly neighbors to the west. But more than rivalry bragging rights were at stake in this NCHC bout as North Dakota came into town. The NCHC regular season title was on the line Friday night's big game at the Brooks Center was packed and ready in front of a national television audience. The Huskies started things off by serving up some Eggs Benny for you as Joey Bennick was able to capitalize on the assist from Kalei Kosala. Entering the second period, the Huskies had all the momentum, but that quickly went away as Connor Garter scored the first five consecutive goals. He scored and then 5 more for North Dakota in the second period, with the Huskies trailing 5-1 entering the third. Coach Motzko elected to pull Ryan Farragher in favor of backup goaltender Charlie Lindgren. Senior Kevin Gervell was able to score the final goal of the game. But the Huskies fall in disappointing fashion, 5-2. North Dakota was just one win away from an NCHC regular season title entering Saturday night, and it was up to the Huskies to keep their conference title hopes alive. The game started on a negative note for the Huskies as North Dakota's Rocco Grimaldi was able to put UND on the board early with a breakaway shorthanded rebound goal. About a minute and a half following that goal, Bennick lights the lamp off the nice pass from Kosala, all tied up after lots of grinding and hard play at both ends of the ice. Senior Corey Thorson scored on a beautiful, here it is, goal in the last game his last game at the Brooks Center to put the Huskies ahead by 1 entering the final frame. Ryan Farragher was spectacular in the cage for the Huskies as he was able to make 33 saves on the night. Farragher was the leading factor of the 3-1 Husky victory on Saturday night. Next weekend, the Huskies will take on Colorado College out west. With the win on Saturday night, St. Cloud State clinched a first-round home playoff game in the first round of the NCHC playoffs. After a rough season thus far, St. Cloud State women's hockey was looking to play spoiler as they faced off against arch-rival Minnesota at Ritter Arena in Minneapolis in the first round of the WCHA women's playoffs. The best-of-3 series opened up Friday with the Huskies and Gophers skating to a scoreless first period, but once the Zambonis' job was done, the Gophers started to heat up. Just 25 seconds into the second period, the Gophers got on the board as Marianne Menifee scored the first of 3 goals for Minnesota. The following 2 were both power play goals scored by Megan Lawrence and Katie Schipper late in the second period. The Gophers skated to a 4-1 victory over the Huskies and left the Husky season on the brink going into Saturday. Saturday, St. Cloud had an opportunity to extend the first-round series with Minnesota to a third game, but Minnesota's power play was devastating for the Huskies. Minnesota's Kelly Terry and Megan Lawrence got the scoring started for the Gophers with the woman advantage, both power play goals. The Huskies were outmatched by the number 1 ranked Gophers all night as the Gophers jumped out to a 5-0 lead before SCSU's Julia Gilbert was able to get the first goal of the game for the Huskies late in the second period. Gilbert's goal ended up being the last of the season for St. Cloud State women's hockey as the Gophers scored 3 more goals on their way to a 7-1 victory over St. Cloud State. After a couple of memorable final home games for Kevin Schlegel and the St. Cloud State men's basketball team, the Huskies hit the road for the NSIC Conference Tournament at the Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Most of Sunday's game versus Winona State was a double-digit lead for Winona State as SCSU struggled shooting, so they only shot 32% from the floor, 26% from behind the arc as well. With the Huskies' season hanging in the balance with 4 minutes to go, the Huskies turned up the heat and pulled the game to as little as a 4-point lead for Winona State. But missed shots from outside resulted in the Huskies falling 78-70 to Winona State on Sunday. The Huskies finished 20-8 overall in Kevin Schlegel's final season on the bench for St. Cloud State men's basketball. One of the most successful programs over the past decade at St. Cloud State University has been the wrestling program. And with 6 Huskies representing SCSU in the upcoming NCAA Finals, that tradition is set to continue. Tanner Johnshoy, Jay Hildreth, Clint Poster, Gabe Fogarty, Clayton Jennison, and Austin Gorgon, the heavyweight, were all able to advance to the upcoming national tournament. Although many individuals advanced, head coach Steve Costanzo still believes this was a major team effort.
for me, that's a bright spot. You know, obviously we had some individuals not make it.
Okay, so we're just going to do baseball?
We had 17 teams in that region. You know, a lot of top 10 teams, handful of top 10 teams in the country. And we're the only team with 10 guys left that are still, you know, scoring points. Really said a lot about the character of our team and our program. And, you know, we had some guys go down and, you know, things didn't go their way and so forth. But then we had some guys that just wrestled out of their minds.
Guys, big weekend of sports. UND, St. Cloud State playing a little Splitsville, a little 1-1 wins there. Going to be a big weekend. St. Cloud State could still win the conference, though.
Okay, I wish it could have gone the Huskies' way, though.
Could have won the cup, but that's okay.
But thank you, Ted. And we'll be right back after this.